Not that I want to depress you, but have you noticed how it's getting lighter later these mornings? But whether it's by the early light of the sun or even by moonlight, BBC Solent can wake you up at 5 o'clock each weekday morning and equip you with the essential information of the day. Join me, Sandy Jones, for the early breakfast at 5 in the morning. Go on, brighten my day.
BBC Solent 103.8 FM for Dorset.
BBC Solent 103.8 FM. Good morning, this is Blair Jacobs with the news briefing for Dorset.
Hello, good morning. It's Monday, August the 12th, 1996. This is David Dunning and the Solent Today team. The main story today, local train services are in trouble. Commuters face crowded carriages as certain units are withdrawn on safety grounds.
The withdrawal of the Class 421 trains is purely as a precaution over a suspected problem with wheel bearings.
Now, what's happened in the past then? What prompted you to do this?
Well, we've noticed over the last 9 months a small but significant number of bearing failures on this type of stock. And as I've said, we've decided as a precautionary measure to take this class of train out of service.
Last night on the evening news,
we heard from the father of Christopher Gray, the gospel priest murdered this week. He told us what a precious and talented son he'd been.
In the postal strike, we reported on how 70% of workers turned up for duty in Wimborne.
And we told you how a company on the Isle of Wight is building the world's first plastic houses.
I'm Ricky Salmon.
And I'm Louise Noel. Join us tonight from 5.
The evening news on BBC Solent. Just think what you're missing.
Bring you the sport in just a moment. First, though, to Dorset, and concern is growing that jobs will be lost amongst health workers there when medical services are transferred to a new hospital complex in Dorchester. Weymouth and District Hospital and Dorset County Hospital are gradually being phased out of service, ready for the completion of the new multi-million-pound West Dorset development.
Unions are saddened to see that there will be 100 redundancies within the town of Dorchester and Weymouth.
Ian Kenyon is West Dorset's General Hospitals Trust Deputy Chief Executive and Director of Personnel. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Are these job losses really necessary?
When you merge 3 services, you then inevitably start to looking at where you're duplicating services or even triplicating services. And when you move 3 into 1, there's bound to be some reduction in services.
BBC Solent 103.8 FM for Dorset, the station that brings you up to date with traffic and travel, and the only station to have reporters at Dorset Police and also at Romance in Southampton, which covers the motorway network for those who are leaving Dorset and going further afield.
Here at Dorset Police in Bournemouth, we're doing very nicely on the roads this morning with traffic busy but running relatively freely on all the main commuter routes. Next traffic and travel update, 20 minutes to 9.
And the M3 to London staggering at the moment from junction 4 up to the M25. Apart from that, though, fortunately, no problems to report.
So let's move to the weather forecast now, and it was fantastic in Dorset yesterday. The sunshine totals look really good.
Well, it looks absolutely fantastic. Once again, there's a little bit of mist around Blandford Forum at the moment, but that'll soon go, and we've got unbroken sunshine through the day today. That's going to raise the temperatures very smartly indeed. In Sturminster Newton, Gillingham and Bridport this afternoon, you can expect that thermometer to be reading about 25 Celsius, 77 Fahrenheit. The beach is perhaps the place to be if you don't want to get too hot. Around 21 or 22 in Christchurch, Bournemouth and round to Weymouth, with a nice sea breeze coming in, which will be a force 4 for sailing.
BBC Solent 103.8 FM, Dorset's Information Exchange.
Good morning, I'm Claire Cottam. Coming up, a job for super tiddles. But before that, you may think of paintballing as grown men playing at being soldiers, but in fact it's hoping to become an Olympic sport.
There's never been an easier way to get your what's-ons and events on the radio than Solent 103.8 Information Exchange for Dorset. You can drop us a line or you can ring in. The telephone lines are open during office hours on 01703 374 374. It's that easy to get on the Information Exchange on BBC Solent 103.8 FM.
My early career was supposed to follow closely that of Cath Stevens. Make loads of money, have a bit of time off, make a glorious comeback and make loads more money. The only bit I achieved was taking the bit of time off. It was the fact that he became a Muslim for the next bit that really threw me, you see. So what is it about various religions that attract people, and why are some more popular than others? The Nick Girdler programme between 9 and 1, a religion in its own right, will be examining different ways of worship. So if you're thinking of taking the plunge, listen to us first for the facts.
BBC Solent, 103.8 FM in Dorset. Now you've heard what we sound like, give us a try. Think what you're missing if you don't.